I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. How can I overcome this regret? What is the cause of this regret? Let's find it out in this video. Namaste. My name is Vajira Dorjey, and once again a hearty welcome to on this wonderful platform YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about Angry the Young Man. I'm going to talk about anger. I'm going to touch on two topics. That is why we should not get angry, and number two, how to overcome anger. And maybe if you are interested to stay till end, I'm going to share a wonderful story. Why we shouldn't get angry. The number one point is we shouldn't get angry because it doesn't make us look good. Angry makes you look ugly. If you don't trust me that you look ugly when you become angry, go check yourself and see your reflection in the mirror and see your angry face. Look at the wrinkles, look at the facial expression, look at the color of your face. You ask yourself, would you like the face of a devil, angry devil? There are many representation in many religious scriptures or painting the representation of an angry devil man. Do you like their face? If you don't like their face, when you become angry, you become one yourself. So when you get angry, you look ugly and disgusting, not pleasant. So don't get angry. The second thing is you should not get angry because anger is not the solution to any problems. No problem in the history has ever been resolved because of anger, because of hatred. It is not the solution. In fact, the opposite is the solution for all the problems. Loving kindness is the solution. Mutual understanding is the solution. Compassion is the solution. And I don't know if you believe in karmic effects, It says when you are angry, the karmic effects is that you are not born with a beautiful feature. Your facial features, you are not very attractive. You are not very appealing. Your skin color, or you talk about the texture of the skin, you have lots of bumps. So when you are an angry person, you are not being born as a very nice, pleasant feature person. And second is when you are angry, people do not give value to your words. That is a karmic effect. People don't listen to you. In fact, people try to avoid you. When they see an angry man, they try to run away from them. And in fact, another karmic result is that for an angry person is that they are born in lower status. They are born in unpleasant situation and unpleasant place. The feature does not allow them to grow. It doesn't give them opportunity to grow in life. So they are being born in such status and such situation where they have to suffer and go through lots of pain. So why we get angry? Instead, let's be overcome angry so that we can look good. We can be more happier, isn't it? Another reason you should not get angry is because the medical research shows that when you get angry, the system of your body goes out of system. When you get angry, your body reacts in a state of fear, a state of stress. You are not open to everybody, and the cells or hormones or emotion you talk about that goes through your body and the mind is completely out of direction, out of system. They do not function accordingly. So when you get angry, that is what happens to your body. So that is why we should not get angry. Angry is not a suggestion to anybody. If you are a teacher, you would never ever suggest your students to be angry. If you are a parent, you would never suggest. Similarly, a child would not like an angry parent, isn't it? So similarly, when other people don't like an angry, why we become angry? Do you like becoming angry? That's why you become angry? Think about it. These are the few reasons that I feel we should understand so that we can stop becoming angry. Okay? Now, how to overcome anger? The first solution to any problem in the world is to become aware of the problem, become aware of the cause of the problem, become aware what are the effects of this problem. So anger is no different. To resolve anger, first we should become aware of this particular emotion, particular when it is arising, how it is arising, what makes it to arise, with coming in contact with what situation or people it arises, and how you behave, what are the changes in your body, the change in the pattern of your breathing when you get angry, or to become when you are frustrated, your breath becomes shorter and faster. So becoming aware, and then second is to becoming aware of what are the causes that causes anger, and then if you become angry, what are the consequences that you have to go through. You when you become angry, you regret, you would say, ayo, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have said that, I could have been a better person, why did I hurt that person? Similarly, if you see another angry person, you can reflect yourself in that and then try to forgive them. So becoming aware, understanding cause and effect is one way to overcome the anger. This second point, how to overcome anger, is my best, because every time I get anger of not meeting an expectation, if I am working with someone and they don't do their work on time, or they do not do it to a quality, and I get angry, and when I remember this point, that is thinking life is not permanent, every time I think that life is not permanent, I become more compassionate. I have another bigger view where I tend to forgive people, where I tend to forgive myself every time I feel. Sometimes there are also instances when you become anger with yourself. So when you understand and that life is not permanent, then you tend to make this particular emotion very small, and you look the bigger picture, that life is not permanent, and you tend to forgive, and you become you can overcome anger. The number 3 that I again like is understanding and becoming aware that the anger itself is not permanent. The anger emotion that arises is not permanent. If we become angry out of a situation or because of a person, he said and so, but this is not permanent. You may hate that person for saying that, but the same person is with whom you're going to love. It is the same person with whom you would like to spend your life. It can be that way. So understanding that particular situation, that anger is not permanent, can help you come out of lots of problems. And number 4 can be, lowering your expectation. If you check closely, we get angry because of our expectation. We have certain standard of expectation, or we have a fixed mind that something has to be done this way, and when you see the other person not living up to expectation or not doing as per your thought, the fixed idea that you have, you become anger. And when you lower your expectation, I don't mean that you should lower your expectation on not being happy or standard of life, helping others, not that kind of, but lower too much expectation we have out of things. The parents has too much expectation out of their children. So all this is a hindrance when you have too much expectation. So if you lower your expectation, you are going to lower your frustration, which result in lower your anger. Personal experience, when I become aware of the time that I get angry, or the situation that gets me angry, or the people that I come in contact gets me angry, I can plan to handle that situation even better. Let's talk about from the time I've started driving. I became very angry on the road. Every time I go on the road, I curse people. I say, oh, he doesn't know how to drive, how can he break the traffic signal, nonsense, and so not. And I observe myself that I'm becoming a more tense person, more anger person. And then a reflection came to my mind, because I have seen that many drivers, talk about taxi driver, bus driver, when we hire a bus for a tour or a trip, I see most of the drivers are not, it is very rare that you find a pleasant easygoing driver. Most of the time the driver are frustrated, they are angry, they talk less. And then now I realize it is because, when you hit the road, there are so many occasion that makes you angry. There's horn, there's not following traffic, there's a two-wheeler cutting your way, so you generate so much anger. And that's why I feel maybe the drivers are angry, because they have to go through all these things. And in fact, I feel fortunate that I don't have to go to my work by driving. In fact, many people said you could save so much money by taking a house that is far, which is cheaper, rather than staying in the city. But I feel the biggest investment that I make is in making investment on not giving opportunity to become angry by staying closer to my workplace, so I don't have to drive. This is a personal introspection that I have, and that is how I overcome anger. So when you become aware of your situation and the people, then you can plan. For example, you can drive less, or that this is gonna make you angry. I have a mood swings, not most of the time, but sometime during the evening time. So I become aware, and I know how much to talk, how much to avoid the situation, or just go to sleep. And these are the becoming aware of the situation. I would like to conclude this with this beautiful story that has touched me so much. This is a story called Nail on the Fence. There was one son and a father. The son was little short tempered, and he would get angry out of every situation with every people. So father wanted to teach him a lesson how to overcome anger, and what are the poison of anger in life. So he brings a handful of nail, and he gives it to his son, and he tells his son, every time you become angry, you have to go out and put a nail on the wooden fence. The son obeys, and every time he becomes angry, he puts a nail on the wooden fence, and he sees that in a day he is able to put around 30 to 40 nails. That means he becomes angry so frequently. But he does that for a week, and then he observes as the time passes, as he become more aware of his emotion, the anger arising, then he realized that he is able to reduce the number of nail on the fence. A time comes when the son goes back to his father and says, Father, I wouldn't need no more nails, because I feel that I have gained enough control over my mind to control my anger. The father says, okay, that is wonderful, but that is not the end of the story. Now what you have to do is you have to go out and take out the nails from the fence that you have put. So son goes and takes his time and take all the nails out of the fence. And once he is done, he realized that the fence does not look as neat and tidy, or it doesn't look good. The fence look ugly, and it's look like it is broken. It is out of shape. So son comes to father and says, Father, the fence is spoiled from the nail. Now father takes his opportunity to teach the exact lesson that he wanted to teach. He says, son, look at the fence. If you get angry one time, it can be forgiven. A single nail on the fence wouldn't make a big difference. But if you get angry all the time, it is going to poison your life. It is going to spoil your life. And the more importantly, every time you become angry, and when you say something hurts, when you do something or hit someone, it is going to leave a mark that cannot be erased. It is like you cannot redo it. So you should be very, very aware when you say something or do something in anger, because it cannot be redone. It says that once a harsh words that has left out of your mouth is like an arrow that is out of your hand. You cannot do it. Or when I was small, I was told by a teacher that, when you become angry, it is like cut in the thread. You can retie the thread. You can use the thread, but there would always be that knot, that dot, because of that anger. So life is like that. I hope this video was useful to you. I hope that you overcome your anger. It is always pleasure talking to you. I would please remind you to subscribe my YouTube channel, so that you are aware that the new video is on the platform. And if you liked it, please give a thumbs up. And if you mind how you overcome your anger, please comment below. And it's pleasure talking to you. Do good, Be happy. Namaste.